Hi everyone, this is E, the Empty Nester. How are you doing today? I'm gonna do another episode of the Sneaky Gardener. It's a little after oh 1 I think in the afternoon here in Missouri, and real hot today. I'm sitting in the shade, and I've been working on a few weeds, pulling a few weeds here and there, and I thought I'd do a video on um, the apple tree. I've got a Paula Red apple tree and a Macintosh apple tree, and this is their third year in the ground, and it's looks like a bumper crop's gonna happen, but I have to select fruit to remove from the tree to make it a little better on the trees, and to not pull the branches down and be able to size up some of the apples. So it's a choice of going over and selecting 1 out of 4, 1 out of 5 in a group. Apples are supposed to be like 1 every 8 inches when you trim it down, and you actually need a hand trimmer. I can't remember what they're called right now. Snippers to remove the apples, because you could damage it trying to just pull it off. You'd end up pulling the whole cluster of apples off. And I also have roots, or from the rootstock, some of the little sprouts are coming out, and you don't really want sprouts of root from the rootstock because it creates a whole new tree. And what I did on this is from the Paula Red. I took one out, and it had a little bit of roots on it, and put it in a pot, and I'm going to grow some rootstock so that I can take some cuttings off the tree and graft them on and make some more apple trees of that variety. And I'm going to do the same thing to the Paula Red too. And then my adventure, I had planned on with the dwarf trees. I saw this in St. Louis. Someone that used to be a part of the Missouri Botanical Society had his trees like this, where he kept them short and he put in posts here and wires across. And I think it was 3 wires, but it could just be 2. When I go to St. Louis again, I'll try to find that and get a picture of the tree. It starts out in fall, or in the spring, you see the wood going across, and then you see the leaves developing, and then it ends up just being one bushy square of tree, and it produces apples that way. But let me go ahead and take you over to my apple tree. Let me turn you around. Okay, and don't mind the mess. I still haven't got all the weeds out of my garden, but if you can see from here, let's stop for a second. I need my glasses for this one, but do I have them on my head? Let me turn around and go back to my chair. Yep, my glasses are on the chair, and Silk is under there. Hoping you guys come in and have a seat and give her some pets. It's kind of like there's no one here right now on the live chat, but let's go on over. My mulch pile is decomposing nicely, and I'm finding, the tree trimmer left some logs in it. As it composed, the logs are showing through, and I need to get some of that mulch over here on the trees. But that's the Paula Red, and that's the Macintosh. And from the base here, you can see that there's 2 sprouts coming out of it. When they were on the base of the tree, you could just twist them and pull them off, and that's the best way to do it. With this one, I'm gonna have to, I can't just pull this out right now. I'm gonna have to dig down and cut this loose and try to get this sprout off. Where that one over there, I'm gonna have to just cut that down because it's way too big. the Macintosh itself is kind of self, aborting the apples. And up here, I'm going to have to choose one of these three to remove. And it's probably going to be that one that stays. I'm not for sure yet. The Macintosh is a little easier to choose, but if you look down here on the ground, it's already, there's 3 of them right here that it's already dropped. And so this Macintosh really doesn't need a lot of choices, for me to make a lot of choices on which apple to let go of, so that the rest will bulk up. But if you can see, let me bring it over here. This one's got 2, 4, 5 apples that needs to, some of them pulled off of that branch, and this one has a cluster of 3 that needs to have apples removed from it. But the Paula Red is amazing. It was found outside of a Macintosh orchard, and the guy named the tree after his wife. Here on this branch, this has got 3 clusters, and normally you would pull the center, and I don't have a center one. When you're looking at it, they're all coming out. Let's see if you can see the stems coming out. So I'm gonna have to choose one of these and cut the other 2 off. I shouldn't have done that, but I went ahead and bent back carefully, or I don't know if you can see it. I bent this one back carefully and it came off. I'm not sure if I can do that again. Yeah, I went ahead and bent that one off, and now this branch right here only has 1 apple. You need to do this before the trees, or when the apples get about 1 inch in diameter across, and these are possibly 1 inch or a little bit more. Down here is this is a good example right here. So, right here, or the other 4 are the ones that you're supposed to take off, but it's kind of like this one is bigger and the center one is smaller, so I don't know if I should go ahead and just let the center one be the one to keep. And these guys are getting red really quick. These are going to be the first trees to produce apple. It's usually August, and what helps is if you get a bag, there's apple bags that you can put them in, and I used a net over mine last year, and then took the net off. But there's a lot of the fruit on here this year with the weather being late. This one's 2, so kind of take a look at them from both sides and see. Both of them look good, but there's a bug right here chewing on this one, so I'm gonna probably take that one off. And 3, 3, 3, and then here's a great big cluster, and I'm not sure if you can see the insect on there. Let's see, not sure whether or not to pull the top one off or the bottom one off. And clusters of 2 and 2, they're actually too close. They're within 8 inches of each other, so it's kind of a lot of choosing, or a lot of hard choices. And man, look at this massive cluster here. There's 3, 6, 9. You have to pick the best one from, and it's kind of sad because you don't know if you picked the wrong one. Okay, there's one right here, one right there. It's kind of like this tree doesn't make it easy for you to choose which one to pull off. Like here's another cluster of 4, and this is the center one, so that's the one that you should choose to keep on here and pull the rest off. This one is really easy. I don't really need the clippers to not damage it. You know, just bending it back and taking the apple off. So let's see if you can see it. You just bend it back and pull the apple off. So I've made the tough choice of 4 so far, and nature itself took this one and chose to let that one go. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and go for now. And if you have any comments or suggestions on which one to choose when you've got a massive ball of them, it's kind of like really a tough choice to let go of that many apples. But nature too could select and, you know, pick for you. You know, I see there's 2 people in the room now, and this one's really way too red for this time of year. So I kind of, I guess, want to let that one go for sure, because the leaves are protecting these guys right here and keeping them shaded. But I'll go ahead and let you all go for now. And Silk is over there loving up on that tree. But I hope you all have a great day, and thanks for watching.